All right, so the next question is, as Republicans, we respect all human life and regard all humans as having been created in the image of God. What have you done, and what will you do to protect the rights of all humans, whether unborn, elderly, or undocumented?
Thank you. Thanks for the question. I am profoundly pro-life. I believe that life begins at conception and ends at natural death. In Washington, I worked on the Partial Birth Abortion Ban Act. I was the kid that was holding up the pictures on C-SPAN with the graphic photos of what that procedure was. And without going into gross details, it was a procedure that allowed the taking of a human life up to the moment of birth. And I would support a constitutional amendment defining life at beginning at conception and ending at natural death. And I am vehemently in favor of overturning Roe versus Wade. And I believe that the Ninth Amendment actually protects the right to life so that when it comes back to the states, any state law that conflicts with the U.S. Constitution should be overturned. Thank you.
Yeah. So I really do believe that an unborn child is a person that has a right to live, period. I really do believe that life begins at conception. I'm very, very strongly pro-life. I think I care so much about the reality that we need to go ahead and focus on taking care of the weak and defenseless. And I think what better way to do that than taking care of our unborn? And so because of that, for those of you who know Illinois Right to Life, the sister organization of that organization, Illinois Citizens for Life PAC, has endorsed my candidacy for U.S. Congress here in the 11th District. But I care tremendously about the pro-life movement. Because of that, I had done interviews in the past with people who are pro-life leaders. I had made sure to be at pro-life marches. I actually remember when I was a very young kid, we would go out and be in a pro-life march and holding signs, encouraging people to go ahead and keep their children and not abort them. And so it's actually been a lifelong thing that I've cared tremendously about. And I would also very much support the overturning of Roe versus Wade. The Roe versus Wade should have never happened in the first place. And I really hope to see it overturned. Thank you.
I'm really glad that my opponents have come around and said that Roe versus Wade should be overturned and gone back to the states. So I'm glad they're listening. I am a Catholic and I am fully pro-life, and it's horrific what's happening in Illinois right now with abortion. The first thing I would do is I would defund Planned Parenthood. The second thing I would do is I would define what life means federally, and that is a life is from conception to natural death. The four things that I have done, because I'm a take action candidate, I have actually done work more than I've talked. I'd love to talk, but I've actually done more work in my campaign than any of my opponents. First thing I've done is formed a not-for-profit business here in Illinois in the 11th District, and it's called feedourbabies.org. And I've been concentrating on baby food drives to protect the newborn babies and toddlers who need food right here in the 11th District. I work with the elderly, the unborn, my parents, and yes, I know I'm done.